Well, good afternoon, everyone. Obviously, the rain it was triggered by the heating, and I call these well, everybody calls them sea breeze showers. In other words, the land heats up. We got up to 89 degrees. That pulls in the ocean air. The ocean air hits the warmer land, and we pop these showers. Now, ordinarily in the summertime, high pressure is on top of us so hard that it doesn't allow any of this thing to develop. But we have no high pressure over us, so yeah, we did get a round of showers. Now, here's Victoria. Most of the rain is ending. In fact, we will go clear for the rest of the evening, but it is raining heavily up to Cuero and then farther northbound. Looks like Gonzales is getting a pretty heavy thunderstorm right about now. Now, here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You see how these showers popped and they moved northbound with the sea breeze, right? Well, look it up here. There's showers coming from the north down into the region, and the concern here, not so much for us, but for places like New Braunfels, San Marcos, and maybe Austin, that these two are going to collide and produce heavier rain up in that area later tonight. That's a concern. Now, high pressure is building out on the west side or southwestern United States. It's going to shut down the rain chance. And of course, you heard about Ruidoso that they have been getting a lot of rain too. Remember the tropical storm? It came up this way, fell apart here, drifted up north. You can also say that the flooding in Ruidoso, New Mexico was part of that tropical system that we got dealt with. Well, here's the Doppler radar at the latest moment, so you can see how the rain's just about to end in the city. But you go up to Cuero, there's Hallettsville, heavier storms just about here, and then headed toward Gonzales. So if you're going up 187, you have to consider this is where the heavy stuff is. But you see I-35 right about there, and all of the heavier rain was on this side of the interstate. Now, the crest of the floodwaters that we saw on the Guadalupe were really because of the rain that occurred in Seguin last week. That's what's coming down. It peaked yesterday afternoon. It peaked at 17 feet, just minor action stage. But today, this is as of 4 o'clock today, or actually 5 o'clock, it's down to 12 feet, and it will continue dropping down as we get into the weekend, unless, all that rain that we've had, parks itself on top of the river, but we should see a generalized decrease. So the flood warnings for the area near Bloomington and out toward Tyvola continues, so the low-lying areas. But as you can see here, because of the current activity going on right about there, they have put this area under a flash flood watch because of potential flooding there. Couple of showers out, of course, in the area where they don't need the rain, but there's a concern. Here's our scale. You can see in the purple is probably over an inch. So yeah, in the blue, definitely over an inch. And again, I don't know why, but Bloomington got another downpour of rain. Now, of course, this is in the inland areas, not on the river, but in southern portions of the Victoria County, we did see heavier rain today. Now, this is very interesting. Watch this. Saharan dust is perched off the coast. In the next couple of days, it's going to go right on top of us. That's why our forecast is for a decrease in the shower activity for the next couple of days. We are looking at your forecast coming in for Port Lavaca up to 93 with more sun tomorrow. In Cuero, you're going to see a 92 with more sun tomorrow and less of a rain chance. So I'm calling it about 2 days of quiet weather. But then on the weekend, when that dust passes, we'll probably return to daily afternoon showers. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan that, put Crossroads Today on your phone, and we'll be able to send you any kind of watch or warning that needs to be talked about. Again, Aztec Ford in Goliad is giving away the free generator. That's this week, folks. It's real easy to enter. Just go to crossroadstoday.com. Click the menu, hit entertainment, and then contests. And then when you see this graphic, Storm Ready Power, you can put in your information, your name and address and email, and we'll see who's the big winner, because that's going to happen on July the 11th. That's your